Soundstripe. Soundstripe.
What up, y'all? We back for stream number 2 today. I'm really hoping we can finish this game. Getting a little impatient.
At last. I was worried about you.
We just left the police station. We had to
Open.
explain to the Italian police that we were not murderers.
What?
It's
Another
night,
murder?
jumping into something
I'll
else.
tell you when we're underway. Are all passengers and staff aboard?
Yes, everyone is here. We were waiting for you.
Excellent. Let's not waste any more time. We have to make a longer than usual stop in Lausanne.
What? How long?
Long enough to do a little banking in Geneva.
Okay.
But this
Back
is
on the train.
madness. A 13th murderer of Ratchet?
Mon ami, he was not well liked.
But Monsieur Michel would have seen anyone enter Ratchet's compartment. And there were another 10 people milling about, taking their turn at stabbing him. How could they not notice an uninvited killer?
Why didn't Mr. Michel see the murderer? He was
The
smoking.
13th killer could have acted when Michel was smoking on the platform at Vinkovsky. But even after the train departed, Michel was absent from his post at the end of the corridor several times the night of the murder. I must know where he really was and when.
Murder on the train? Yes.
Yes, he most certainly returned to the train.
How can you be sure?
It's obvious. I mean, I hope Mr. Poirot agrees.
Please continue, Detective Locke.
What is the proof that the murderer is still on the train? It's best to get out of Italy and support the train.
All the passengers and crew are still aboard. If the killer of Mr. Wadi had remained in Venice, we would have noticed right away that someone
All
was
his answers
missing,
were kinda dumb.
and we could have alerted the authorities.
I promise you, I made certain everyone was aboard before we embarked.
Book, calm yourself.
Calm myself? But we're back where we started. There is still another murderer on my train. Wait a moment. Can I change my mind about my verdict? Can we turn everyone over to the police?
Everyone? Including ourselves?
What? No. No. Oh, it's a nightmare.
Let us take it step by step, my friend. We can start by eliminating all of the members of the Ratchet jury.
Okay, who are the 12 people who were both Ratchet's jury and executioner? Arbonot, her, him, her, him. I don't know if they're both in it. 1, 2, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, I don't think he counts.
I must admit I'm not right this time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Oh, okay. I forgot it was the husband.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot. If we eliminate the 12 jurors, we are left with 7 additional suspects.
7? It's still too many.
I agree. We must reduce our list.
Excuse my impatience, Poirot. It's as if my beautiful train is cursed. Can you exonerate any of the 7?
No.
Yes.
He's
Book
not a
worked
suspect.
hard to get me aboard the train. He is definitely not a suspect.
No?
Fantastic. Mademoiselle Locke cannot be a suspect. She pursued Mr. Wadi's murderer.
No.
Right. Dr. Constantine alerted me to the 13th stab wound. He is not a suspect. That's the right answer.
Oh.
I have 4 suspects left who I must now examine more closely. Miss Nielsen, Monsieur Maury, Monsieur Fauché, and Countess Andrény.
One of my employees? Suspicious?
All 3 got off the train in Venice to restock supplies. Any one of them might have slipped away without being noticed.
I suppose. But what of Countess Andrény? You cleared her yourself.
She is cleared of the first murder, but we know little of her movements here in Venice. So, we still have 4 suspects to interview. Detective Locke?
I can't join you, Poirot. My chief saw something on the news about the case and my involvement. He's demanding an explanation. If I want to keep my badge, I have to call him.
Then you must do so by all means.
I'm sorry.
No need to apologize. I understand.
I'll make the call for my compartment. If you're looking for me, I'll be there.
hate to say this, Poirot, but I must. There is, of course, one other suspect with a motive for murder. The ransom money.
You mean Detective Locke? Then who did she chase? Who killed Aziz? We both saw the masked murderer standing over the body.
Okay. Interrogate Miss Nielsen. Find that bitch. What's going on here?
Doctor, I need to question Countess Andreni.
I'm afraid that won't be possible, Mr. Poirot. The Countess had an anxiety attack when we arrived in Venice. She was terrified the police would come for her and her husband, despite how you concluded your investigation. I had to give her a sedative. She has been sleeping since.
You have stayed with her all the time we were in Venice?
Count Andreni begged me to watch over her. I have not left this room.
You're the reason she's in this state.
Book voted to absolve you all. I accepted his verdict.
I told her. I tried to reason with her. What she has already suffered, the strain of these last few days, it was too much.
I understand, Count. It's quite all right. I have the answers I came for.
Okay. That stuff doesn't appear. It's got white circles on it. I don't think it's important. I don't know where all these people are.
You play well. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Thank you. Many years of piano lessons thanks to my mother. I try to play in a few clubs in Paris when I get the chance, but as you can see, it hasn't made me rich. What can I do for you?
Conversation only.
Hang on. Oh, get. Okay, what did you do
Tell
in
me
Venice?
about your time in Venice.
I had Monsieur Book's permission to see my sister. She lives in Marghera, just outside of Venice. She had a baby a few weeks ago. This was my first chance to meet my new nephew.
Monsieur Book gave you permission?
Yes, you can ask him.
Most assuredly, I will. What time did you leave and when did you return?
I left around 9:10 p.m. I was back by 10:45 p.m. When I got back, Hotaru was in a lot of pain. I gave him a back massage.
That would have been enough time to kill Monsieur Wadi and return to the train.
He's so innocent.
May I see your knives?
Of course, they are here.
If you don't mind.
Help yourself. They are under the bar counter.
Tell me again about your poker game the night of the murder.
It's a regular game to help relax after a long day. Let's see, we started around 11 p.m. We took a short break in Vinkovsky, Hotaru, Pierre, and I. The game finished up around 2 a.m. We'd all had quite a bit to drink. Ah, yes, I left for about 10 minutes to refrigerate champagne for the next day. That must have been around 1 a.m.
Need to look at his knobs. They're back here? Ooh. That is a small one.
None of these come close to the wounds on either body.
Oh. to our pal.
You told Fauché he could go into Venice?
Marghera, actually. Not so far away. It was his only chance to see his sister. He's been working every trade for weeks. There is never time to see the new baby.
Enough, Book. Your heart does you credit, but your common sense, it...
I know. But it's fine. Isn't it? He did come back.
Oh, it's fine, as you say. Unless he saw the baby, then killed someone else and returned to the train.
But that's monstrous.
Murder is always monstrous, my friend.
Oh, get down. We ain't doing this tonight. I'm just gonna unplug it. Once I charge. I need to talk to him, I think. What's that?
Saffron. It must be worth a small fortune.
Hello, Saffron. I don't know what that is.
Good evening, Monsieur Mori. May I have a moment of your time? I have a few questions to ask you.
Of course, as long as you don't mind if dinner is ruined.
I promise to be as brief as possible. What did you do while we were stopped in Venice?
Yeah, what did you
With
do?
Freya's help, I loaded fresh produce for the next part of our journey. Then, you may not believe this, but my job requires a lot of physical labor. My back suffers. Fortunately, Jean has become quite adept at separating my vertebrae.
As you may know, I have solved the murder of Monsieur Ratchet.
That is a shame.
I beg your pardon?
The bastard sent my steak tartar back, telling John I was to burn it.
I will add it to the list of his crimes. One wound on Monsieur Ratchet's body was struck by a very sharp, thin-bladed knife. We haven't found it yet.
You think one of mine was used?
I'd like to have a look, if you don't mind.
In that drawer.
An impressive set of knives.
Poker
But
thing.
their blades are
It's the
too
poker
wide
thing.
to have been used for the crime. Tell me about your poker game the night of the murder.
We started around 11 p.m. When John finished his shift. We played until around 2 a.m. From what I remember, it's a bit vague.
You played without a break.
Actually, we did break once for a smoke. John, Pierre, and I. When we stopped in Vinkovsky
When was that?
around midnight.
Now we need to look at his knives. Where are they at? Oh, maybe we can't, like, actually look at them. Okay. And Nielsen, way back here. Oh, something on the floor. Feather?
A black feather. That reminds me of something.
Thought it reminded you of something.
box is
Missing a
secured by some
piece.
sort of locking mechanism. The design is formed by 3 commas. What is the word in Japanese? Tamoe. And it's obviously missing a piece.
Need to find the piece to the suitcase. That box is. There she is. A mustache.
Haha! Golden mustache.
Up to her. Maybe she has
Good
it. I doubt
evening,
it, but-
Mademoiselle Nielsen. May I talk to you for a moment?
Of course, Mr. Poirot. I'm not going to bed right away.
Can you tell me your movements while we were stopped in Venice?
That'll be easy. I didn't move much at all. Let's see. I helped Hataru load all of the food crates aboard the train. Hataru had everything he needed, but I realized they forgot half of my order. I spent over an hour on the phone with the supplier without success. I had to change the dessert menu for tomorrow.
Okay.
Dr. Constantine found a stab wound on Ratchet's body that was caused by a much thinner and sharper blade than the others.
Possibly a chef's knife?
My thought, precisely.
And you'd like to see my knives?
If you wouldn't mind.
I would gladly show you if I had any, but I don't. I use the regular kitchen knives. You may search if you don't believe me.
I see.
All the knives the staff use are in the kitchen or in the lounge, except
Except
Otaro prefers to use his own.
Monsieur Mori doesn't use the kitchen knives?
Not usually. I know he keeps a set of traditional Japanese knives in a box in his room. He doesn't let anyone else use them. Although now that I think of it, he has been using the kitchen knives lately.
Okay.
Can you tell me exactly about your poker game the night of the murder?
We started around 11 p.m. In Vinkovsky, we took a short break. Hataru and Pierre went outside to smoke. Oh, and Hataru got sick around a few minutes past 1 a.m. 1:10 a.m., maybe? He spent about 15 minutes in the bathroom, but he didn't want to quit on a losing streak.
Did his luck improve?
No, so we played to around 2 a.m. He lost every hand.
Okay, so she doesn't have the other P. I think we need to get back to Mori. Maybe not. Oh, Mr. Michelle, we need to go talk to him. Sorry, I was reading something. Worst. Need to go find Mr. Michelle. I think he was sitting at his normal spot. Yeah.
Ah, Michel. I have a few more questions to ask you, if you will allow me.
Anything, Monsieur Poirot. We are in your debt.
Please tell me your movements when we were stopped at Venice Station.
Once the compartments were cleaned and the linen refreshed, I stayed in my quarters.
Did you notice anything special? Comings and goings?
Monsieur Bouc had asked everyone to stay in their compartments. I would occasionally walk the train to ensure everyone was comfortable. Oh, I saw Monsieur Maury was all alone loading his crates of provisions. A great chef like that, reduced to petty labor, I would have helped him. But Monsieur Bouc had ordered me not to leave the train for any reason. So, Monsieur Maury was forced to labor alone.
Let us review the actual timeline of the night of Ratchet's murder, not the one manufactured to hide your crime.
I left the train in Minkowski for a smoke. Then I resumed my post. That was the truth. The train departed on schedule. But then, of course, an avalanche of snow blocked the tracks. At 12:45, Madame Hubbard and I met in her compartment to discuss how to adapt our plan.
Due to the snow and Poirot.
The little play we had staged for you had to be rewritten. I left her compartment at approximately 1:15.
Then the curtain went up. Calls in the night, the red kimono, all for my benefit.
And all for nothing, as it turned out.
Do not blame yourself, Michel. I am the theater critic no playwright wants to see in the audience. I've talked to everyone, but some elements of the testimonies do not seem to correspond. I need to recheck a few things.
Like the knives of Mr. Front Miss Nielsen. Let's do this first. This. Okay.
I do not think that's the right answer.
Do a hint. Why not? That's what I just did.
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer. I must admit I'm not right this time.
Or that.
This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
That was at first class call.
No, not good. This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
Yeah. Well, unless I'm not reading it correctly.
any of the 3 staff members had the opportunity to kill Ratchet when Monsieur Michel wasn't watching the hallway. My little gray cells did not let me down.
Now we gotta go. The knobs and talk to Nielsen. How to look at your knives? Oh, they're in his room. Oh, that's the case that we're missing. Piece. Ooh, wait a minute. That feather. The only person on board that has a bird is the princess. Oh, okay. Yeah. Slide that way. Okay, okay. That move now? It won't. Oh, I see, I see. Push them again. No. Oh, dang it. Do we have to...
It's still locked. I need to move the parts on the side.
Don't think they all have to be uncovered. I think we just have to uncover the flower part. I don't know if that counts. that back in. Nothing there. Can't slide this one out. Yes, I can. Walk out. No. Needed to reset. Yeah, I got that one. Oh, I need to turn the box. Okay, that one's all the way out. Those are all the way out.
It's still locked. I need to move the bar. It's on the side.
That one's all out. No. No. One. Oh yeah, that is right. Okay. This one. It's out. There we go. Never would have solved that without the hint.
An object that looks like a broken comma. It must be part of something else.
Knives.
Sushi knives, razor sharp. Colteria Venezia. Sushi knives, razor.
I think it's probably that little one at the bottom.
Sushi knives. Right.
Keep saying the same thing.
Sushi knives. Razor sharp. Sushi knife.
Okay. You go ask him. You'd ask Maury about his knives. You told Miss Nielsen.
Remind me of what you did when the train stopped in Venice.
No problem. I helped Hotaru load all of the food crates aboard the train. Hotaru had everything he needed, but I realized they forgot half of my order. I spent over an hour on the phone with the supplier, without success. I had to change the dessert menu for tomorrow.
I know there is a clue somewhere to prove
Not
she's lying.
maybe.
Mademoiselle, I believe you're hiding the truth from me.
What makes you say that?
Monsieur Maury was loading crates of food on the train.
Yes, I helped him. You can ask him yourself.
It's true. Monsieur Maury told me that Miss Nielsen did help him. Monsieur Fauché did not see you helping Monsieur Maury.
He couldn't have. He wasn't there.
Indeed, Monsieur Fauché did not mention seeing Miss Nielsen or Monsieur Maury. Michel saw Monsieur Maury carrying the crates of food alone. You weren't on the platform.
I did help Hotaru.
The entire time? He carried so many crates, his back was sore.
Ah, I'm sorry about that. Okay, I'm guilty. I did leave him before we were finished, but I had to. There was no saffron he needed for a recipe. I volunteered to go into Venice and get him some. The Rialto market would be open late because of the carnival. He gave me money. I knew we weren't supposed to leave the train, but I only wanted to help. Mr. Mori can confirm this. Ask him. I saved dinner.
Okay.
On behalf of my palate, I thank you. How long were you gone?
I left at 9:10 p.m. and was back with the saffron around 11. That's when I called my supplier for the items I was missing.
Miss Nielsen had almost 2 hours to buy the saffron, find a costume, kill Monsieur Wadi, elude Detective Locke, and make it back to the train for that phone call. Yes, it's possible that was enough time.
I mean,
Thank you, Mademoiselle Nielsen. That is all for now.
Sorry again, Mr. Poirot. I hope you enjoyed tonight's dessert.
I feel like it's a little bit of a stretch. I need to go talk to him about his knives.
I'm sorry, Monsieur Maury, but haven't you forgotten something? You haven't told me about the knives hidden in your room.
Ha! Yes, indeed. I forgot to tell you about those. They are my personal knives. I only use these knives. There are none better. I bought them all in Japan. No one is allowed to touch them except me.
My personal knives. Only use these knives. I know better. Okay, so I don't think that's a lie. They are his. Maybe this?
I need some hard evidence to prove he's lying. What What evidence can help me prove he's lying? I'm afraid you are better at sushi than lying.
What? What do you mean?
Those knives look very sharp. Perfect for stabbing someone.
They are also quite good for preparing cordon bleu meals.
He has proved that with his own cooking, Poirot. Find a better answer. One of the knives could very well correspond to the murder weapon. It is exactly the right size.
That doesn't prove anything. Mr. Poirot, test my knife. Test all of them. The only DNA you'll find comes from chickens, cows, and pigs.
God, why is he
We
so
can
close?
test that later to be sure, but I suspect he's right.
I'd be uncomfortable.
One of the knives has an inscription, Coltelleria Venezia. Did you happen to go shopping tonight, monsieur?
Damn you, Poirot. Very well. One of my sushi knives has been missing since the night of the murder. I thought you were going to believe I killed Ratchet. He routinely sent back my dishes to be ruined. Why does God give rich people the money to afford the best cuisine, but not the palate to appreciate it? I panicked. I know a very good store in Venice. I went to buy a knife to replace the one that had gone missing, so I wouldn't be accused. I assure you that I had nothing to do with any murders.
I would have an easier time believing you, monsieur, if you put that knife down.
Oh, yes, of
Yeah, you
course.
probably shouldn't be flailing that around
What
there, pal.
time did you leave on your little shopping trip?
I left around 9:30 p.m. I was back a little after 11. 11:15 p.m.?
Time enough to stab Monsieur Waddy and return. Very well, Monsieur Maury. That's all for now. If I have another question...
I'll be right here, cooking.
Okay, I think maybe Miss Nielsen is a liar.
I do not think that's the right answer.
Oh, we can pick more than one. Her.
No, not good.
Give me the answer.
I do not think that's the right answer.
What, am I supposed to pick multiple? All of them.
This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
This Adrenia was watched by Dr. Okay, they went into the city. He was in this city. I think it's her.
Think, Poirot. That is not a good
Yes.
answer.
He went to see his nephew. These two say they went into town.
I must admit I'm not right this time. I do not think that's the right answer. I must admit I'm not right this time.
They all have alibis.
Et voilà.
Report to Detective Locke. Don't know where she's at, but let's go find her. Oh, I thought that was a mustache. It was not. Okay, her room. Our room. Is 102? 103? There's one right here. Oh, 105.
What have you been doing, Poirot? I am completely in the dark.
I will shine some light on the situation, my friend. I have 3 new suspects who could have killed Ratchet and Monsieur Wadi. Miss Nielsen, Monsieur Fauché, and Monsieur Maury. They all had periods of time during both murders to commit the deed, and their alibis are weak. A visit to family, and not 1, but 2 shopping trips.
But all are my employees.
Alas, yes, my dear book. But we have no proof against any of them. None of the 3 appears to have any motive whatsoever.
But this is a tragedy.
Do not give up hope. We will catch this murderer. There is still one place that may hold the evidence we need.
Geneva.
Exact.
Do not give up hope? Well, that's easy for you to say. But what if it's Freya? What becomes of dessert? If it's Sotaru, who will cook? Me? And the worst, if it's Jean, who will serve the drinks?
I've been checking up on the Banque du Lac. I had to confirm my identity for Interpol, so they contacted my captain at the Berkshire Police.
I suspect he was not pleased.
That my vacation was actually an unofficial investigation? I'll say.
I would be happy to speak to him on your behalf.
Thank you, but he'll get over it. It's a chance to close the books on the Armstrong kidnapping. He stopped yelling, asked for a report, then granted me an extra week.
Excellent. What did you learn from Interpol about the Banque du Lac?
It's had a bad reputation for over a century. Customers have included the mafia, Nazis, corporate swindlers of every description, even heads of state.
It is true, this.
Heads of
It
state.
is the worst kept secret in banking. They take advantage of the bank's strict policy of protecting the anonymity of its clients. This is in defiance of many laws from multiple countries, including Switzerland itself. Of course, I have never taken advantage of such a corrupt system.
That goes without saying, my friend.
There are ongoing investigations, subpoenas, court orders. The bank will eventually have to comply, or its assets may be seized. But until then, it still thrives, thanks to its wealthy and powerful clients.
It sounds perfect for the late Monsieur Ratchet. Do you have any ideas?
The serial numbers from some of the bills match those from the Armstrong kidnapping. We agreed in Venice that the bulk of the money must still be physically in the bank's vault.
I concur, Detective Locke. Exemplary work. So, our next task is clear. We need to get into Ratchet's safety deposit box.
There'll be codes, passwords.
And Monsieur Wadi would, of course, have known them all. The bag of money he carried is proof of that.
We'll need to find information about Ratchet's box in Wadi's office at the bank.
Most assuredly, but remember the secrecy involved. I doubt his office will contain all we need. Where else must we dig?
Where can you find information on the deposit box?
This is wrong. But I'm never far from the
We could
truth.
ask McQueen.
There was nothing
I
helpful in Ratchet's diary. No, not good. Mr. McQueen was clueless. Et voilà.
Mr. Wadi couldn't keep all of his secrets at the bank. Hopefully we'll find something in his apartment. We already have his address thanks to his passport, and his keys we retrieved from his body.
The train stops in Lausanne at 8 a.m. But that's far from Geneva. I can delay the departure until 11 a.m. No later. The police are expecting us in Paris by the end of the afternoon at the latest. They won't tolerate any delay.
The bank doesn't open until 9. I can see only one way that gives us a chance to be on time. Let's take a taxi. I checked a map. It should take us less than an hour to get to Geneva from Lausanne, which leaves us just enough time to access that safety deposit box. We have no choice if we want to be back to the train by 11 a.m.
Separately.
The best thing is to separate. One of us searches his apartment, the other searches his office. To access the safety deposit box, we need to find the key, the box number, and the passcode.
Suppose you find all this. How do you plan to get into the vault?
Impersonating?
We are going to use the bank's anonymity policy to our advantage.
And the quickest way is for you to impersonate Ratchet.
I would rather impersonate Jack the Ripper, but in the interest of justice, I will do it.
We need to find the account number.
Along with everything else.
I will say I want access to the vault. They don't ask for papers or even names. The vault information is enough.
I'm not hearing any of this. I run a train company. I don't rob banks.
Perfect. Let's recap the plan.
Look, he needs to just leave the room. Okay, we gotta take the taxi. Split up. Alas. I would say this, and then this. Yeah, boy.
My little gray cells did not let me down.
To sum up, we're going by taxi to Geneva. Then we'll split up. You're going to search Mr. Wadi's apartment. I'll search the office at the bank. When we have all the information we need, you pretend to be Ratchet, and we can finally find out what Ratchet is keeping hidden in his safety deposit box.
It sounds impossible.
Not for Detective Joanna Locke and Hercule Poirot.
We should get some rest.
You are right, Detective. We face our greatest challenge tomorrow. Together.
Together. Nice. Wow, what a bank.
9 o'clock. Our driver did well. It took barely an hour to get here from Lausanne.
But we must conclude our business in 1 hour as well. Book can only hold the train until 11 o'clock.
1 hour to find the key of Ratchet's safety deposit box, the box number, and its passcode. A lot to ask.
Indeed, which is why we must split our forces. I will take the cab to Monsieur Wadi's address. You must search his office.
I have you on speed dial. And thank you, Mr. Poirot.
For what, mademoiselle?
For trusting me.
Did he just curl his mustache? Yep. Whose office are we searching? Ratchet? Maybe we need to go speak with this person.
You there. I have an appointment with Mr. Wadi.
You there?
Let me check. I'm sorry, I don't see any appointments this morning at all. Mr. Wadi hasn't even arrived yet. Although he should be here by now.
Anonymous?
Even though your customers are anonymous, considering the amount of money involved, you should still have a mention of a meeting.
Yes, I can't understand it. I'll be sure to ask Mr. Wadi when he arrives. In the meantime, you are more than welcome to wait in his office. I'll see you're not disturbed. Please follow me.
Perfect. It was way easy.
I can't understand where Mr. Wadi might be.
You're right. I don't have much time at all. It's closed. Alice in Wonderland. Again. Mr. Wadi seems to have really liked this book.
Oh, it's a code? 2, 3, 3, 4, 1, 6, 2. Okay, it's a code for something.
A souvenir tower of Babel. Makes sense. We know that Mr. Wadi is from Iraq, and the ancient tower is said to have been built there.
We'll have to come back to this.
Locked.
Key.
I'm taking a picture of it. I'll send it to Poirot. It might be useful to him. I need the password. Maybe Poirot can help me.
Oh, okay.
I managed to get into Wadi's office. I did a quick preliminary search. Everything is locked, including his computer. All I could find was a photo with a date on it. I just sent it to you. Maybe you can use it.
Thank you. That might help. I've just arrived at the apartment. I'll call you when I find something.
As quick as you can. I can't stay here long.
Okay. Oh god, which one is it? Okay, so we just oh, there's names, okay. There we go.
Ah, here we are. Let's see if the key I picked up in Monsieur Wadi's luggage in Venice will open his door.
Great.
bust in here. Oh. Uh-huh.
Another delightful trophy for my collection.
Oh my god, I thought the toilet paper was made of gold. And I was like, come on, y'all. It's a dart.
A dart. A familiar projectile found in any pub in England.
Alice in Wonderland? Yeah. 3. On. 6. Let me write this down. Three, 9, 6. Make sure. Back out. Three. Okay, yeah. No. I don't want to call her. I want to finish looking around first.
The key to the password is close. I can feel it.
Look in the old edition of 1865 on pages 88, 91, 94, 96, 98. Okay. Oh, there's it. Oh, no, there's not. I thought there was another book. Let me look at these pages. '88, '89, '94. Okay.
I think this belongs here.
Bullseye. Okay, so it looks like do something with the letters there with the darts. One there. Computer.
This computer won't give up its secrets easily. A Swiss and Arabic keyboard.
Okay.
Staring at the clock won't help, Poirot.
What do I do? Oh, is that dude from the picture?
Who are you? What are you doing in there?
I am Hercule Poirot. I am working with the police. You are Monsieur Wadi's neighbor?
Yes, next door. I heard a noise. I thought it was Mr. Wadi who had come home. I don't know him very well. A delivery man left a package for him with me.
He's lying.
You don't know your neighbor very well.
Yes, what of it?
You say you don't know Monsieur Wadi when you live right next door to him?
I keep to myself. What of it?
That may be true. Geneva is a big city.
The picture.
How is it that Monsieur Wadi has a picture of you on his desk? There is quite a family resemblance. You wouldn't be his brother, by any chance?
Why are you going through his things?
As I told you, I am working with the police.
All right, yes. I'm his brother, Mehdi Wadi. Do you know where he is?
What is he? Tell me.
I am very sorry, sir,
Oh,
but I
where
have
he
some
is.
terrible news for you. Your brother has been murdered. You have my sincere condolences.
Oh no. Aziz. My wife. My son. Their hearts will break. Everything he did was for his family. He brought us here from Iraq to give my son a better future. We can't go back. You won't. You won't.
Do not fret, Monsieur Wadi. I do not want to cause trouble for you and your family. I am here to catch his murderer. When did you last see your brother?
2 days ago. He was on his way to Venice. It was not a journey he was looking forward to. I knew something was wrong, but he promised all would be well soon. My son will be heartbroken. Aziz made a point of reading to Fadi every night so he could learn English. We hope to legally emigrate there one day.
Your son, Fadi. What did Monsieur Wadi read to him?
His favorite book is Alice in Wonderland. The nonsense of it all. Why?
It is the answer to a question I had. I believe your brother was a good man, forced for some reason to keep secrets, and that got him killed.
Sir, there is something else. Aziz left me a letter to open if anything should happen to him.
Could you show it to me?
Yes, I will get it.
Snap, snap, homeboy. Brother, a man named Ratchet found me at the bank. He threatened to kill you and your family to force me to do illegal things. Betty? If I die violently, this man will be responsible. Send an anonymous message to police. Tell them safety deposit box. Okay. That's what we need right there.
Thank you for giving me this letter. Let me assure you, the man Ratchet cannot harm you. He was killed before your brother was.
Really? Who did it? The one you say hunted Ratchet?
Yes, without a doubt. I promise you I will find them.
Sir, we have no papers. The police...
Your secret is safe with me, monsieur.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Now, I must go to my wife and son. Tonight, I will read to Fadi from Alice in Wonderland, and we will remember my brother.
I need to notify Mademoiselle Locke that I have Ratchet's bank account number.
Okay, hang on. I want to keep looking around.
That may be useful to Mademoiselle Locke or me. I'll take a photo.
What? Oh, the pyramid thing. The chessboard.
A bizarre endgame to be sure, but I suspect checkmate is possible for white in 3 moves. Let's see.
Okay, I think this is in relation to the dartboard. Let me do the thing right here.
No,
I have no clue.
not good. Right. I do not think that's the right answer. I must admit I'm not right this time. Right.
I'll be playing chess.
I do not think that's the right answer. Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer. Good.
We're doing great.
That was easy.
What was the point? I don't understand. Come here.
Staring at the clock won't help, Poirot.
Oh?
This could be the password to Monsieur Wadi's office computer. He must change it every month. It seems to have a logical sequence, but I need to find the one for December.
Okay. Let's go to. I'll literally never. How about nothing? Thank you.
If that's the password to the computer in Monsieur Wadi's office, we still need to translate the Arabic characters. And there weren't any Arabic characters on the office computer's keyboard. We need to find out which keys these Arabic characters correspond to on a Swiss keyboard with its Latin characters like the one in Monsieur Wadi's office. I'm right again. That happens.
Okay, there's the computer out here.
This keyboard should help me translate this code.
Okay. Like this, but it's got. No. Okay, this one's A. That's right. B. E. Oh, I thought it had 3 dots. This is hard.
Arabic is read from right to left, so the password must surely be read that way too. With any luck, this will unlock the computer in Monsieur Wadi's office. Let me text it to Miss Locke. Et voilà.
That is solved. What are we supposed to be doing here? Okay, that's what I thought we needed to do. How do I have to, do the chest thing? Can't look at the chest thing. Right now. A8, A7, B7. I'm not doing this right. Good. Oh, what was that? It was 3369? 296. Oh, okay. It must be the code,
Ah, the peculiar habit some people have of displaying things on the door of their refrigerator. I've just sent a photo to you, in case it might help you.
Thank you.
I texted Ratchet's account number to you.
Wonderful.
Did you receive my text? This must be the password to Mr. Wadi's computer.
I have it. Thank you. Mr. Poirot, how are you doing?
I have little to report, but keep looking. Mademoiselle Locke, how far along are you?
Still not very far, but I'm not giving up. I don't need Mr. Poirot to tell me I'm wrong.
Soundstripe.
Oh, there we go. Okay. The cat was being a menace. Alright, so we've got 88, 91, 94, 96. $98. But I'm gonna assume that it's the last two numbers from the other book. So let's try that. That would be 96, the last two numbers. Three, 4, 9, 6.
No, this isn't it. Think!
Okay, looking around. Wait, can I interact with... Yeah, there we go. Oh. I don't know if it's the letters too. E3, F9, P1. A5 R. Oh wait, I think we have the account number. Yeah. 82664. Okay. Alright, we're making some progress.
The number of Ratchet's safety deposit box. At last! I should let Mr. Poirot know.
Okay. 346. This'll do. Let's switch over to Mustache.
I was able to access Mr. Waddy's computer. I have Ratchet's safety deposit box number.
Excellent.
Pages 88. So 88. $89.90, 21.92, $3.94, $5.96. $7.88. Three. One we can't read. 2. 94. 26. Let's go back to the other book. Oh, okay.
Mademoiselle Locke, how far along are...
Still not very far, but I'm not giving up.
Do one. Of course. That was 6 from the other one. I was literally off my number. I have 3496. Whatever.
Ratchet's password. Here it is. That is a great detective job.
Okay, let me switch back over to Mustache. 'Cause he has a picture of the pyramid over there.
I think I've discovered Ratchet's safety deposit box passcode.
Well done, Mademoiselle Locke.
Wow, what a Wi-Fi password. I'm not 100% sure about the pyramid because this is colored
Mademoiselle
and
Locke,
the other one's not.
how far along are you?
Still not very far, but I'm...
I mean, I feel like there should be some type of pattern. It most definitely is not. Oh, the magnets. Okay. I'll have to look at that again. Square to the left and then circle. Circles. I'm not 100% sure about this one. I think it's this. Square in the middle and then 2 squares. Yeah. Right? Yeah, I got that. Oh. No, this is what happens when you be getting tired. Your brain just stops functioning. Big ass key.
A key. I wonder if it will fit the desk drawer.
Pencil. Need writings. How do I combine? I take it. Okay. Oh, look at that.
Those indentations are from the sheet of the notepad that was on top. This is great. All those mystery movies I watched as a kid. I know what to do. I'll send a picture of this to Poirot.
I can barely see anything. But this is locked, but I don't
It's closed.
know if we'll actually be able to get in that or not.
I sent you a photo of doodles I found on a notepad. I hope it can help you.
I hope so as well.
What else do we need to do over here? Maybe the computer?
This computer won't give up.
Not the computer.
Staring at the clock won't help. Wow.
Yeah, we don't. don't need that. Can I go out?
Make certain you have accomplished everything in here. You will not get another chance.
I'm gonna look at the doodle pig. What that is? Symbol.
Staring at the clock won't help, Poirot.
Missed anything in here?
Staring at the clock won't help, Poirot.
The only book I can look at is Alice in Wonderland. Not that. Oh, I forgot. There's a safe. Or not a safe, but fucking this. I don't think this is right. Yeah. That number's not long enough. Okay. Alright, y'all. Give me just a minute. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna get some water. I'm ready to take a nap, to be completely honest. We'll be back.
Soundstripe.
Alright, then. Alright, let's look at the clues. That's the dartboard. I don't think there's anything here. Let me look at the... Let me try that again. Remember the rest. Go dag. Oh, you know what? I didn't do this line. Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. Like, I know what I'm doing.
It
I'm just
looks
making it
like
more
a
difficult for
safe
myself.
key to me. We finally found it.
Okay, now what?
Good news. I have found the key to Ratchet's safe.
Perfect. We're running out of time. Do we have everything?
I have the key to the safety deposit box.
I have the number of the box.
And we have the passcode. I'm on my way. Time to rob a bank.
Oh, I wouldn't say shit like that out loud, you know?
Sorry to keep you waiting. I haven't heard from Monsieur Wadi. You'll have to reschedule with him.
This is quite annoying. I'll have to reschedule.
Absolutely. I hope I have been of service.
You have no idea.
This one made her smile. That's a positive, right?
That was fast. We do this as planned?
Yes, I am, Monsieur Ratchet. But with the bank's questionable policy, I do not expect anyone to ask.
Right. Absolute secrecy regarding their clients. The last Swiss bank of its kind.
Oh, it's the same place.
Madame, I still haven't heard from Mr. Wadi.
Well, we'll have to make do without him. Now that my friend is here, it's his box we want to access.
And the clock is ticking. I trust there is no problem.
No, no problem at all. May I have your safety deposit box number?
4346.
Okay, good. I'm glad we didn't have to memorize that.
May I see your key? Do you know your passcode?
Yes. Mademoiselle will be able to accompany me? No names, of course.
Of course. I'll open the door. Go down the stairs. The guard will accompany you.
Like, too easy? I'll have to wait till the guard.
Please leave your personal belongings in this bin and then go through the portal.
And hopefully they didn't bring guns, right?
I'll open it for you.
Oh. Nice vault door.
I'll insert my key when you're ready.
Oh, how do we know which one it is? Oh, shit. Oh, 4346. Oh, I hope that's right. Yeah.
At last, we reach our goal.
Oh, the passcode. 34962. 349. Oh, bitch. Put that key in.
Now I will insert my key, if you allow.
Thank you.
Oh. Oh. That's fucking.
I'll be by the door should you need any assistance.
At last!
I suspect the effort will be worth it. This collection of various personal items. Do you know what they are, Detective Locke?
I do, Mr. Poirot. God help me, I do.
Kitten wagon.
Souvenirs. The trophies serial killers take from their victims to remind them of their kills. Ratchet wasn't just a kidnapper.
No, indeed. He was a monster.
Jesus.
He knew the serial numbers on the banknotes could be traced. The rest of the Armstrong ransom money. The serial numbers match. MC. The real journalist Michael Clark. Ratchet would have needed to kill him to assume his identity. He took this ring as his trophy.
Another victim.
St. Valentine.
Another trophy. A woman. We may never know her name. You were lucky, mademoiselle, when you met him at that cabin in the forest, alone.
How many victims do you think Ratchet had?
Too many. Another trophy. We may never know how many people he killed. For every soul Ratchet claimed, even more are suffering.
Diamonds?
Diamonds.
A fortune. Crime does pay.
No, mademoiselle. This time it was the criminal who finally paid.
I think we should take the diamond.
I wonder who this keychain belonged to. Certainly not Ratchet. Another bracelet. Another victim.
Another trophy. And then there's the one that we already found, Suzanne's red glasses.
Hmm? Traitor.
The one on the left.
Oh, that's the bracelet right there.
Ratchet.
Whoever he is with, their friendship seems over.
The build. The hair.
McQueen's dad?
It could be Noah, his partner in Daisy's kidnapping.
It appears they had a falling out.
4 years of investigation. It's all over. I finally have the last piece of evidence that Ratchet was Daisy's kidnapper and murderer.
More than that, you have helped unmask a serial killer responsible for so many deaths.
But even with all this, we're no closer to solving Ratchet's murder.
On the contrary, mademoiselle, everything. It is coming together. Don't you agree, detective?
What?
The damaged photograph.
It could be Noah. You think Noah killed Ratchet for revenge?
The train.
What about the train?
I know how a killer could vanish without leaving a trace in the snow.
Wings?
Camouflage. The trophies.
Poirot? We have a train to catch.
Not just a train, Detective Locke. We have a murderer to catch.
I don't know what he's talking about. Camouflage and something else.
Poirot, enough! You have kept us in suspense ever since we left Lausanne.
Forgive me, my friend. Detective Locke and I needed the time to put the last pieces of the puzzle in their proper places.
I'll fill in where I can, but this is Mr. Poirot's show.
I confess I can't help, but I feel a certain déjà vu.
You are correct, Doctor. We have been here before. However, without you, we wouldn't have been able to reach the true conclusion of this story. My friends, your attention, please. I hope you have finished your dessert. You have every right to think the solution to the murder of Ratchet is a closed book. You are wrong. I, Poirot, admit that I was wrong. There is a final chapter.
What in bloody hell?
What does he mean? Perhaps if we are silent, Monsieur Poirot will explain.
Most of us naturally expect a journey by train to proceed in an orderly fashion from station to station. But this journey has gone off the rails. A comfortable journey, which should have been restful, turned out to be quite a challenge for my little gray cells. I beg your indulgence. I know it will be painful, but I must update you on the strange turn the Ratchet murder investigation has taken. I had two hypotheses, as you recall. A stranger boarded the train in Vinkovsky, killed Ratchet, and then exited the train unobserved. That was the first possibility. The second solution gave us 12 jurors who condemned Ratchet to death for the kidnapping and murder of Daisy Armstrong. My friend, Book, properly chose the first solution for the authorities. However, thanks to Dr. Constantine here, a 13th stab wound was discovered, throwing that solution into disarray. Moreover, the words of a witness called into question the chronology of the night of the murder upon which the first two solutions were based. Detective Locke?
Okay.
Michael admitted to having been absent several times during the night. His absence therefore gave multiple opportunities for a 13th murderer to slip into Ratchet's room before the other 12 jurors lined up to stab him.
You are saying the man Ratchet was when we...
Yes, you executed a man who was already dead. But there were
Ooh.
other suspects that night.
Other suspects? Who?
They stand before you. Mr. Fauché, Mr. Maury, and Ms. Nielsen. And they all also had a hole in their stories about their movements that night. Mr. Poirot?
Most of you don't know it, but there was a second murder in Venice.
Mein Gott, another murder.
The victim was a man named Aziz Wadi, a banker in Geneva who was on the payroll of Ratchet. He looked after the money Ratchet obtained from the Armstrong ransom. Ratchet needed money and arranged to meet Mr. Wadi in Venice. One of these three knew about that money. Now, each of them had an alibi of a sort, but if any of their alibis was a lie, that person had time to murder Monsieur Wadi. Monsieur Fauché, Mademoiselle Nielsen, and Monsieur Maury. One of you murdered Ratchet and Monsieur Wadi.
Are you kidding? I pour drinks for our guests. I don't murder them.
It's nonsense.
You are accusing me because of my knives?
But why would one of my employees kill Ratchet?
Yes.
No.
No?
Think, Joanna.
Oh, maybe it's
The killer's
motive.
motive for killing Ratchet was
Susanna?
revenge, but not for Daisy's death. The motive for Aziz Wadi's murder was also revenge. Mr. Wadi was helping Ratchet.
Ratchet had an accomplice in the kidnapping named Noah. They kidnapped Daisy together. Ratchet stored the ransom money in a Swiss bank that protected anonymous clients. He forced Monsieur Wadi to watch over the money. Once enough time had passed, Ratchet felt it was safe to have Monsieur Wadi bring him cash whenever Ratchet needed it.
The serial numbers of the bills would still be in a file, but no one would be actively checking it.
Precisely. But Ratchet didn't just keep the ransom in his safety deposit box. There was something much worse.
Making trophies.
There was something much worse than Daisy's ransom money in that safety deposit box. During her investigation, Detective Locke found evidence proving that Ratchet was what is known as a trophy killer. He kept souvenirs of his crimes. We found trophies in the safety deposit box. There were others in a cabin Ratchet used in the Berkshire Mountains, including a beloved toy of little Daisy's.
If I'd have known that, I would have cut the bastard's head off.
Associate two objects whose link would be the motive for Ratchet's murder. This and this.
No, not
Okay,
good.
picture. Michael?
I must admit I'm not right this time.
Okay, yeah, I thought that bracelet matched the picture earlier.
That's the right answer. The bracelet found in the safety deposit box was also on Noah's wrist in a photograph. It's obvious Ratchet killed Noah, and therefore, at last, I can tell you with absolute certainty who the murderer of Ratchet and Monsieur Wadi is.
I don't know. I don't know.
This isn't the right evidence. Mademoiselle Nielsen has the same bracelet as the one found in the safety deposit box in Geneva. A trophy from a victim of Ratchet. Noah.
Having a similar bracelet doesn't prove anything.
Yes, that might be true. If there were not an inscription on it.
Mr. Poirot, you're right. The bracelet looks similar to mine, but I have no idea what the marks on it mean. I just like the design.
The marks are not random, mademoiselle. These are special bracelets. They are called Morse code bracelets. Because, well, you know why. The marks are Morse code. Happily, I learned Morse when I was a young man doing my service for the Belgian army.
Oh, so we're gonna... okay. Where's the front? 2 dots, a line, dot. Dot, line, dot. Okay. Just a dot. Dot. 3 lines. Freya? Yeah.
Et voilà. On the bracelet found in Ratchet's safety deposit box was the name Freya in Morse code. Your first name. It belonged to your father Noah. Noah Nielsen. Let's stop playing this little game, mademoiselle. What does yours say? Noah?
It says father. Ratchet. That bastard. He kept my father's bracelet as a trophy.
Thank you. I have to admit your timing for Ratchet's murder was perfect. Do you mind if I continue?
Would it matter? Go ahead. You've earned the right to crow.
I do not make bird sounds, mademoiselle. I take no pleasure in this. You drugged Ratchet's dessert to ensure he would be unconscious when you went to his room. You stole a knife from Monsieur Maury. If it was identified as the murder weapon, he would be accused. You knew Pierre Michel would leave the train for a smoke whenever it was stopped at a station. At Vinkovsky, you waited until he was on the station platform. Then, you carefully made your way along the first-class corridor to Ratchet's room. You entered Ratchet's room with the pass key, accessible to all employees in the crew quarters. You stabbed Ratchet at midnight.
But that knife, where is it?
Probably thrown out of Ratchet's window before the train left the station. A thorough search after the snow melts should turn it up.
My beautiful knife!
That's what he's worried about.
Then, you carefully returned to the crew quarters, replaced the passkey, and returned to your poker game. Et voila. The affair was not so complicated in the end. But what made the crime seem more complex? Well...
It was us.
Exactly. The 12 jurors who proceeded to carry out their far more complicated plan literally in the dark without realizing that the man was already dead.
Speaking only for myself, of course, but I believe we would have invited you to join us.
Ms. Nielsen, you killed Ratchet because he killed your father. Your motive is crystal clear. But why did you kill Aziz Wadi?
It's because of Aziz that my father died. My father knew Aziz was the only one with access to Ratchet's safe, so he convinced Aziz to steal the money from the safety deposit box. But Aziz was too afraid of Ratchet. Instead, he betrayed my father by reporting him to Ratchet. Obviously, Ratchet then murdered my father. Aziz was just as guilty of my father's death as Ratchet.
Ratchet was the worst of humanity. But Monsieur Wadi, if you knew his story...
My father is dead because of him.
I will not debate the point with you, mademoiselle. He had done nothing to justify his death. I do not see any extenuating circumstances that should allow you to escape justice. You will be arrested at the Gare de Lyon when we arrive in Paris.
Judge and jury are you, Monsieur Poirot. And you get away with it. It must be nice. But think of this. I know what you did. What you all did.
She's right. She could turn us all in.
Relax. Hector, is it? Your secret is safe with me. I'm not going to jail. Farewell, Poirot. Enjoy your victory. Stop!
Run, girl, run!
No, Freya, don't jump. You're going to die.
I've made my choice. We'll let fate decide.
No!
Did she jump off the bridge?
She jumped off the train. Even if she hit the water, considering the height, I doubt she survived. And with this tunnel, either way, she's gone, Poirot.
That was fucking crazy.
I still can't believe what happened. 13 people took revenge on the same person. This investigation is so incredible. It almost looks like a detective story.
It would surely be a bestseller. It is true that this case will remain as one of the most important investigations of my career.
My only regret will be that I couldn't bring Ratchet to justice, but I can finally close this chapter of my life.
Your determination paid off. You can be proud of yourself.
I think we'll be arriving in Paris soon.
If you will pardon me, Detective Locke, I have to settle a few details with Monsieur Bouc before we arrive.
Please, go ahead.
I still can't believe Freya was the killer. She never even cheated when we played poker.
She used too much sugar.
Nonsense! Her desserts were divine!
Unfortunately, her actions were not so divine.
There you are, my friend.
Bouc, I have a favor to ask.
Anything.
When we arrive in Paris, will you speak to the police? I would rather keep a low profile.
But why?
Bouc, my first solution was incorrect.
Nonsense! The nuttier the mystery became, the greater your brilliance.
Please.
Very well, if you insist.
I want to thank you, gentlemen, for your service. The cuisine. Under difficult conditions, you surpass the reputation of the Orient Express.
That is true.
I look forward to seeing you again abroad, Monsieur Poirot. I promise, not all of our trips are this eventful.
Princess Dragomirov would like a word with you, Monsieur Poirot. It is important. She is waiting for you in her compartment.
When a princess summons me, how can I refuse?
So are they all gonna be arrested?
Ah, Mademoiselle Debenham et Captain Arbuthnot. Allow me to congratulate you on your upcoming nuptials.
I hope you won't be too disappointed if you're not invited.
Archie, really? Thanks to Mr. Poirot, there will actually be a wedding.
As you say, my darling. Sorry, old man, and thanks for everything, including finding my train ticket.
You're not welcome. Mustache.
Another golden mustache to treasure. Count Andreny, how is the Countess?
Much better now that it's all over. I misjudged you, Poirot.
And I you.
There is something else about my wife you should know. Why I am so overprotective.
She is pregnant.
You are quite the detective.
Actually, Dr. Constantine told me. She admitted as much when he was attending to her.
If it's a girl, we're going to name her Daisy. If it's a boy,
Hercule?
he'll be stuck with Rudolph. It's a family tradition.
I wish you and all of your family much happiness.
Thank you.
Hey, get in my way. My room. What she got to say? Oh, it's 3 of them.
My daughter, my great friend, and I wanted to talk to you one last time. I speak on behalf of the entire Armstrong family, as well as those close to us. You have shown compassion. We know your reputation, and we understand that your choice was not easy for you. We are all the more grateful. Thank you.
Congratulations, my dear. You managed to say the word thank you, although he did manage to put us through quite a lot.
You have given us all closure and some peace of mind.
You should know that I regret nothing. If this Freya Nielsen person had not been involved, I would have done it again.
Someone told me the Stalinists were frightened of you. I believe them.
The country of my birth breeds its share of brutes and bullies, but also some of the greatest intellectual and artistic minds the world has ever known. I pray that one day we will again be remembered for that.
I share your hope, Princess.
And of course, with the real murderer of that man out there somewhere, we are no longer guilty of much. Correct?
Princess, don't push your luck too far. If you'll excuse me, I have some packing to do. Ladies?
Okay. Pack up your mustache tools.
At the end of this investigation, I still have my doubts. Did I make the right choice with the 12 self-proclaimed jurors? Yes, it was the right thing to do. As for Mademoiselle Nielsen, what would I have done if she had not escaped?
Yes.
Is it justice to let the 12 go free but have Mademoiselle Nielsen arrested? A vast question indeed.
Well, but she's the one that actually killed him.
Judges often take motive into consideration when deciding the sentence for a crime. You are not a judge. Your job is to establish the facts, which you have done. The case has been solved. Another already awaits you. It is the reason you were on this train. It is time. Time to move on.
There you go.
I hope you will travel with us again, Monsieur Poirot.
Monsieur Poirot, I spoke with my associates. I convinced them to give you a deal on our new Firenze SUV. No need to thank me. It's the least I could do.
That is very generous, but no, I do not drive.
You don't? What? But it's electric. It's good for the planet.
I am good for the planet, as long as I don't drive.
I don't understand. He refused.
Your mustache.
Very good.
Come to Poirot, my exquisitely sculpted friend.
Bird.
Poirot is a nasty man. Poirot is a nasty man.
Have you lost something? May I help you?
Oh, Mr. Poirot, you have done so much already.
What is it you have lost?
My friends, we are traveling to Poland to help with children. We were to meet at an information booth. But where do I get information on how to find an information booth?
There is, I believe, an information booth just inside the main terminal.
Oh, thank you, sir. You are a great detective.
And you,
The way
madame,
her
are a
accent
good
is.
sport.
She reminds me of Miriam from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I will miss this train.
Hey, Poirot. Say, have you seen a scruffy little guy in a green trench coat?
I cannot say I have. Why?
He's my next case.
Another case? That was indeed fast.
The detective's gotta eat. You know what I mean.
I have some idea, yes.
Suspected embezzler, traveling east, but not on the Orient Express. Say, you wouldn't be interested in teaming up, would you? Some good money in it.
I have had enough of trains for a while, thank you.
Okay, suit yourself. Mr. Poirot, Mr. McQueen here thinks he may know an attorney in the Berkshires who might need a gentleman's gentleman.
He's old school English. I think the clock stopped for him in 1934.
I hope it works out for you, Monsieur Masterman. What about you, Monsieur McQueen?
Well, back to law school for me, following my father's footsteps. We can take the train to St. Pancras, then the Piccadilly line to Heathrow, and check out some flights.
Might as well. We're already packed.
I wish you both bonne chance.
Ah, Poirot. Mission accomplished. I have reported to the police that Freya Nielsen killed Ratchet and that she escaped. They're issuing an international arrest warrant. There's a canal that runs alongside the tracks where she jumped from the train. But they say there's little chance she survived. The police have questioned all of the passengers and crew, so for now, they are free to leave.
I gave them the results of my preliminary autopsy, and they have the report from the Venetian authorities. They were arguing about jurisdiction when I left.
Thank you, Doctor. You have been of inestimable help.
A fascinating case. I'm pleased I could assist you.
Mr. Poirot, it seems our paths part here. It was an honor and a pleasure to work with you.
And I am with you, Detective Locke. The case would have been impossible without your tenacity and dedication to finding the truth. You also proved to be an able con artist in Geneva.
You too. Thank you for everything.
Forward.
I'll never forget you.
And I shall always treasure our collaboration.
Well, that's that. I'm hungry. Let's go to the Wagon Rouge restaurant. They make an excellent leg of lamb.
But it's only 5:34 p.m. Is food all you really think about, my friend?
I'm the one inviting you. You well deserved it.
I'm warning you, I'm not going to obtain for you a secret recipe this time.
Poirot, they make a chocolate mousse that is so creamy. It must have a secret ingredient in it.
The last recipe came from a murderer.
But it was sublime.
Okay, cool. I think we actually finished this time. Went through the credits to make sure that we didn't miss anything. So, my thoughts. It was a really good game. I enjoyed it. I did start getting bored. I felt like it was really dragging out. Especially after, I thought I had originally completed the game, and they brought in something else. But other than that, I really enjoyed it. It's a good detective mystery game. We'll just see if there's anything after the credits. Oh, we're actually doing this?
Dear Poirot, I didn't really have time to say goodbye when we parted. I thought I had beaten the greatest detective in the world, but you unmasked me. I still had my revenge, though. I even managed to help myself to a small amount of cash from Waddy's bag before you interrupted me in Venice. It will be enough to settle somewhere in a quiet little town where I will create delicacies for appreciative clients. You won't hear from me again, nor will Book get any more of my recipes. Oh, and one last thing. You may not think so, but I truly believe Ratchet and Waddy got their just desserts. Regards, F.
You,
The audacity.
mademoiselle, are entirely too pleased with yourself. You give clues no one could follow, unless they are Hercule Poirot.
The audacity, she's so arrogant. Okay, well, that is that. Let's get up out of this. I don't know why these icons keep... Okay, so... That being said, we did that. Tomorrow... Need to download that one. Okay, so we're done with that. I need to finish Alan Wake, and I want to start a new game called Remothered. I think I am gonna fit in sometime tomorrow to play Call of Duty with my brother-in-law. See how that works out. Because Alan Wake and Remothered, I would like to finish both of those. We'll see. With that being said, if you are new here and you enjoyed the stream, please slap the follow button. Would greatly appreciate it. I'm gonna post my link for my social medias in the chat. It'll work. Yeah, there it goes. Follow me on Twitter, where I post the most, where I post about my schedule daily. This week is different because I am on vacation this week. But tomorrow we're gonna be on at 9. Getting off at 12. And then we'll be back on tomorrow, 9 p.m. EST. And I don't... Ugh. I think my problem is I'm getting bored with Alan Wake. That's why I'm just avoiding it. But we'll see. We'll see what I decide to play. But with that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!
Sounds right.